trend. It
Right.
changed the
It's still a
trend.
sell. It's still a sell. So those are the things that I also consider as well is like, hey, the trend is still a sell. We had consolidation and it broke. It's still consolidated again. The difference would have been if this broke, met the support that it needed off of this double top and then took off. That's a different story. You have a classic problem reaction solution. Right now, we're just going level one, level two, and there's probably going to be a third one down here once this comes back down. You can see that with what's been moving with it recently, and that would be gold.
A problem child.
Drop, consolidation, drop, consolidation, drop, and now we're starting to come back up. Because we went way overbought, and now we're looking for it. So if you're looking for your entry, we're in a bull move here. Now starting from this area, from this support that it created, you're going to look for the times where these are going to come down to the oversold, and then you can look for your entry. The higher the oversold, the stronger the bull move is going to end up being. So
That makes
if
sense.
I was going to tell you this, look at all my trades that I had last night.
Based off where the RSI is, and then still just
Yeah. And look, low. Look where that low was at. Right here.
that's not
And what do
bad.
you think I was looking at right here? I was looking for the buy because I was like, holy shit, we have divergence even here, right? Because we had a bottom here, we had a bottom here. That's divergence. It still broke a little bit lower. So I was in a little bit of drawdown, don't get me wrong. And I did take an L on one of these buys. But the big move was here all the way down. And I took me out on a wick. Great. I TP'd the wick. We're good. Or wick the TP, closed out. But now we're seeing where we could be on the move back up to retest what this zone that was broken but never retested. So I've got my eyes on some certain things. Now I look at the one. We have a long way to go on the one, in the 1 hour. We go to the four. We got a long way to go on this one too, even at least for the 50 retest, let alone come back up. Because a lot of times when you go overbought, the higher you go overbought, if it breaks out of the 70 to 75 or breaks out of the 75, you're probably going to see a retest of the 70 majority of the time. This just kept dropping because the sell off of gold last night was real. But look at that imbalance. That imbalance is bananas. So I'm looking for buys at this point. In fact, the 4 hour, we got what, 4 minutes left. This might end out as a doji. The next 4 hours is going to give some form of a wick at some point. I would be looking for buys on gold for that at the moment for a pullback. Pullback might not be too much based on, let's say, the 4 hour, because you're looking at least for the 50 to be retested. But at that point, I mean, on the candlesticks, that could be this zone that I'm talking about. That's a big move. Like, even if I were to look now, right? If I pull up a trade, my take profit goes to 34.45, right? In fact, this will show. Look, that's a decent sized move. Although my stop loss, I'd be waiting a little bit because look at what my stop loss would be at this moment underneath that wick. It's almost just a 1-to-1 ratio. So there's going to be a better entry for me because this move right here is becoming strong. But like I said, you watch for the reactions because all this, in all honesty, what this could do is retest 50% of this 4 hour and then continue down. But what tells me it needs to come up is because of the imbalance. We have nothing but red on the way down. If I saw some blue candlesticks in there, well, at least on mine, saw some blue candlesticks in there, it'd be a little bit different. But I see the rejection off of it breaking down here, coming back into the zone. Needs to retest at least here. Why not? I mean, this is a support. I'd be looking for buys.
Hmm.
Are you guys going to be looking? Are you guys looking for sells on indices or buys?
I was in sales, which are doing well until about
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
See, so that
US 30
correlates.
is still good.
That
Gold is
correlates.
slow.
If gold is going up, you should see indices going down.
Yeah.
Stock indices. Why
If
is
gold
that?
is going up, you should see indices going down.
Yes. Why do you think that is?
Well, because what gold is, what is, what is, there's a name for gold that it's
Safe haven.
considered. Yes, yes, it's considered like a safe asset, a safe like
I
instead asset opposed to wanting investing people investing into the market.
so great way to think about it. Exactly. I might have worded it a little bit differently, like in more of a layman's terms, because I like to think as simply as possible. But you pretty much hit the nail on the head. It's not because it's necessarily a safe haven, but because it's an asset. Period. When gold is strong, people are taking their money and they're putting it into gold, right? What could they be doing? They could be selling off their stocks to buy gold. And if you're selling off your stocks, you're going to push it down. Less volume in the market means that you're going to start seeing it coming down. And these guys that are out here finding that gold is on a, when it reaches a low and it needs to come back up, you're going to find that that's going to happen left and right from major institutions. You can always decide to diversify, right? I can put some money into crypto. I can put some money into the stocks. I can put some money into gold. But at the time that you're buying, you're going to also consider the price. If you're putting more money into gold than the stocks, guess what? You're going to push gold up. The difference in what I look at, this is kind of how I think about it when I look at the correlation. Like I said, simplest form possible. These are all investment options. Majority of people that are trading, that are retail traders, you're not going to find ones that are going to diversify too much, or they're going to diversify but put more money into one other type of investment, making that one stronger. So there's less money going into one, more money going into the other. That's when you're doing that, you're affecting the market completely. So by having different investment options, you've only got so much money that you're going to be able to put into the market at a time. How's that going to be distributed? Like I said, if if you're going to end up at a lower price for one and a more of a discount price, then as gold is going up, you're going to see the sale price on indices coming down. You're going to then see a shift into the stock market, where the stock market will then go up, less money than going into gold, pushing it down. Does that make sense? How I'm kind of breaking that down?
Yeah, because instead of thinking like a trader, you're thinking more like how the rest of the world reacts to these kinds of things.
Mhm.
And they're
Exactly.
gonna be and they're gonna think about, oh well, gold, silver, things like that, they never depreciate or like they never swing too much, or it's always going up. So
So by taking that information, then what I'm saying, you can look at the intangibles of what these are doing. Now consider though, gold does move off of, I would say, different criteria that can actually, like, why it's such a bitch is because the correlation does not always 100% go. Gold is that gray area where it can end up being the same as the DXY. It could also be the same as stocks for a moment. What do you think would consider that? If it's going to be the same as stocks, what is affecting it?
that I'm not sure because I wouldn't imagine why
Positive news.
Mm, positive. Yeah.
So
Okay.
think of this. If inflation goes down for the US dollar, what does that do? It gives us more.
More supply.
Exactly. That's the word. That's the exact word I was looking for. So if there's more supply, guess what you can do? And it's only, and like I said, positive news. So it's not always going to be for a long trend, but you could see them move the same temporarily. Why, if there's more supply, will you see both of these other options go up?
Because you're gonna have a mixed bag of people that are spreading their assets out.
Bingo. Got it. Like this, like I said though, the caveat is to find your entry for the next trade because positive news will send these two up, but more than likely, prior to that, they were in opposite trends. So when you see the positive news, you look for the one that is bearish. You wait for the positive news to come in, you get your sell entry, and then you keep it going down, right? Because the continuation on positive news for the one that's bullish, you never want to buy at a high. You're just going to let that one go.
That
You're
will
going to
go
look
low.
for the one that's looking for the entry for the sell in that case with positive news. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now at that point, now you're kind of weeding out. If you want to trade, do I trade indices or do I trade gold? Do I trade this? Do I do it? Hey, you know what? This is on a trend down. I see that we're going to have some form of we have NFP coming out, so I'm going to look for and it's going to be positive. Like you look at the economic standpoint of not only the forecast that's being given compared to the prior actual when you're looking at news, those numbers, but you're also going to consider what's going on in the economy that you watch actually on the news. So like if you're watching CNN, if you're watching MSNBC, I like to watch oh my god, Bloomberg. Bloomberg gives you a whole long list of news that's given out throughout the whole day, bro. And Bloomberg is not necessarily as biased as the other options are. And look, there goes gold starting to go back up. Indices are probably pushing down. Is Nas pushing down right now?
Nas is finally pushing the flag back down.
No, it's just starting to push back down. US 30 just
Plummeted. Shit the bed.
US 30 went straight. Like, I mean, that is a big ass wick, but even still, like on the hour, the 30 and the 15 minute, like US 30 decided like I'm going.
Well, this would have been an entry for it.
Nas is like taking its time going down, and then that means SP is slowly but surely going to make its way down.
Well, S&P and they kind of. I wonder if that had this to do with the switches. So there were some tech industry businesses that entered into the S&P. I think Tesla was one of them. More often than not, S&P usually follows the US 30.
And Nas just does whatever it wants, apparently.
Yeah, yeah. But it depends on what makes those sectors up, what businesses are in there. If there's more tech moving into the S&P because the S&P is more affordable as an index, it's very possible. You'll see some of those companies report into two different sectors. You'll see them report into NAS, and you'll see them report into S&P. So, yeah, right now it looks like, in my opinion, we're coming down on uh, all the indices right now, and then we're going to probably see the bullish move on gold. All right. So,
No, just go ahead and fall. I'd greatly appreciate that. This is just going back to my whole. It makes me want to stick to just US 30 because US 30 seems to be the most agreeable, at least over these last how long? Last what, like 2 weeks?
mhm.
I want to say. What was it? It was last week too? Yeah, it was last week too, where it was US 30 has just been moving much more agreeably opposed to Nas. Nas has been very much all over the place. US 30 has been pretty like, yeah, this is where we're going, this is where we're moving.
Well, it's been hitting every one of these retests beautifully. It broke, even gave an entry here, all the way back up. Like, bro, I've been looking at US 30. Me and Zay looked at it one night, and where we were actually looking at buying it was like literally right here. If I'd remember we were talking about that, Zay, you actually made money off of it, and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for it to come down, right? And it said, no, I'm not
Shoot,
coming down at
you
all.
already know. Yeah.
It's
So,
like,
Even now, it's in like a buying area for me. And
well,
Nas
because
hasn't made the drop I
this could
want.
be a higher low.
Right.
It very well could be a higher low, but that's right now. That's off of a 4 hour. I need to see some levels break, and I would like to see because this went so oversold. In all honesty, before I see a big move up, I really, really would like to see divergence. What would cause divergence on here? We would actually need this to drop and then that to bounce.
Let me see what Trump's talking about.
I would love to see that.
I look at US 30, especially over these last like 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing at indices. And then I don't know why I go and trade Nas, and then I'm like, do I even know what I'm doing?
If you're gonna trade one of them, stick to just one of them.
Oh, then I pick US 30 every time.
Then in that case, use Nas as a form of a confirmation instead, and that would be after you've decided to enter a trade in the US 30. So if you're like, oh, I've been analyzed this as much as possible. The RSI is this. My other confirmations are this. I'm getting into a sell. You get into your sell. Give it a little bit. Go look at Nas and see what Nas is doing. And if Nas is going up and US 30 is going down, you're probably in the right trade.
Hmm. All right, Nas, that's enough from you.
So the thing is, though, is days like this, especially after weeks like last week. Last week was a very weird week. It didn't want to necessarily respect any form of confluence, I would say, for any
No,
trade,
it did not.
right?
It was
The sell for gold, I was looking for that last Monday, and it was just up and away, right? That still kept going up. It kept going up.
I tried
Now
a
it
week
just
on that, so
we waited forever, and
yeah.
it's like holy shit, it came this week. But that's when we're talking about, well, it just climbed to a higher cliff to jump off of. And then you look at the amount of moves that it had yesterday. Yesterday, when the market opened, that was the true move that needed to happen last week. Why? Because all the other stuff that happened the week before with interest rates and NFP and everything, that volatility was a little bit crazy. So right now you're seeing them because we don't have it outside up until tomorrow. What, we got almost 24 hours, 22 hours for this to happen. Right now, the biggest thing that's happening today is AUD. So our stock market is going to be literally without any form of emotional trading, and that's not normal. Stocks are built off of emotion. Emotion is driven by the news.
Damn,
Uh,
there was my US 30 entry, and I missed it. Fucking around with Nas. That's okay.
Hang on.
yeah, no, it's just
I'm I'm just gonna stick to US 30, bro. It's been I don't know why we haven't been trading US 30 and we keep on talking about, oh look, it's set up perfectly. Oh, look at this. And then we're going to Nas and trying to trade Nas. Like, oh man. Definition of
then
insanity right there, bro. I feel like we've had this conversation at least 3 times over the last week. Like, oh, look at US 30. Look how perfect that is. And then go and trade Nas and be like, yo, Nas, what the fuck are you doing? Like,
Whoa, what happened with my computer? Can you guys still hear me?
yeah,
yeah,
you're
we
still
still got
good.
you.
Oh, there we go. All right. My Bluetooth on my computer went out for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know why now be stalling like this. It's pretty ridiculous.
Hey, but literally, I just said that was an entry for US 30.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was.
fucking missed it like an idiot. I should
So
just
watch
took
what
it.
happens when I go back to this. Oh, we're sitting in a bearish momentum right now, at least for this 4 hour candle. It's probably going to create its wick.
Stupid as Nas is being, I'm still technically in it, so I'm
But
not going trip.
so in this case right now, the clearest trade was US 30. Eliminate the other ones and trade the US
Yeah.
30. So let's preview because this could be before any call tonight. And we can trade this. We can trade the Australian dollar. You guys can trade it on TopStep.
Yeah, no, I was in one
He had a sell last
yesterday
night. Yeah.
and it tapped my stop loss and took off. I was like, I called we were talking about this. I was like, AU looks like a sell. We were talking about this on the call. I was like, I'm gonna take AU. And I took AU, put a tight stop. It was pushing off. I woke up this morning, tap and gone. Like, all right, okay. But I was correct that it was definitely a sell. Like I can definitely look at markets now confidently and be like, okay, I'm confident that this is going whichever way that I'm saying. So there's that. I can definitely pull.
That means the most out of anything that we've ever even talked about. I don't care what
Confidence
I
in your
just went over with
confluences, man.
past hour. It doesn't even matter. What you just said is the most important.
Yeah, I definitely am confident now with where I can look at a market and be like, oh yeah, this is going up, this is going down. Even after and especially when I do top down analysis, then after that I'm very confident more times than not. And if I see a market that I'm just not sure on, I'm just not trading it. And yet I say that as I let Nas beat the fuck out me this last these last 2 weeks, but that's done. We're just gonna stick to US 30 because it's
So,
been agreeable.
so this is funny. I actually see AUD for today being a buy.
Oh, last night for sure. I haven't looked at it since then, but it definitely pushed the direction I want to. I'll I'll pull up what I was looking at since I can't trade US 30. It'll keep me away from it. Boom. So where are we at?
Share it.
Hold on. Give me a sec. Rejected off of rejected off of this. Boom, boom, boom. 4 hour. You got any 4 hour yet? I guess you do. Yeah, you do, don't you? It's that time. Wix, Wix, Wix. Um, hmm. Oh, I guess at the hour that could be your problem, reaction, solution. And then if I look over here, it's rejecting off of this again. Now this looks like a little bit more clear. So on the higher time frames to me, I'm not going front. It still looks like a sell to me, but some on these lower time frames, like from the hour, I can see where you're starting to see the buy, like pressure come in. especially now that I'm looking at this zone. Oh, you can't even see what I'm fucking looking at. My bad, dog.
You're good. I was like, I'm waiting for you to share.
My bad. My bad. Oh my God, I did this shit yesterday too. Oh my
Real
God.
quick, I'm buying US 30.
You're buying
What?
it?
Yeah.
Why?
I like the 5 minute double bottom. I do.
Go to the hour if we're gonna be playing here. You like to buy here? What?
Yeah.
Hurry up and buy like at the China shop? What?
Like like bye bye. Like bye bye bye.
Oh, that's pretty clean.
Yeah, I'm with all that. I'm with all that.
The RSI is quite low as well. I was looking at that earlier. Eh.
It's the zone I marked up last night. But
Anyways, back to
All
Aussie.
right, so I'm curious, though, Zay, before you go further, Reggie, what
yeah.
are you buying to?
My bad.
Let me see
To
where
the
my
top.
take profit is. Yeah. I want to take it long. First stop is about 44,500, and then after that, I mean, it's just to the high after that.
Okay.
Me. Me.
Okay, no.
Okay. All right, back. I'm gonna go back to Aussie while that does its thing. Um, so my bad. I know I'm okay. So I look at this daily. It's too early for me to make a decision on the daily, but this could very much be what is this? Yeah, Morning Star to the downside.
Evening.
But when I look at this, I just make note of this because it's the daily, and I'm like, this is too early to make a decision on the daily. So 4 hour, 4 hour looks like a sell to me. I see like one, two, three-ish, multiple hits to the top. Um, that one just started, so we'll go to the hour if we're trading now. For this, I see hit to the top, hit to the top, hit to the top, hit to the top. It's kind of leaning down, but I see this area right. Oops, where'd you go? This, that area there. I see this and I make note of this because I'm like, oh, this is the hour time frame. This means something, and there's a lot of action throughout here. If I pull it across, just, for my own mental sake.
Mhm.
And I'm like, okay. So you have reactions off of this area a lot. Well, we're still trading in dollar sessions, so what do we got there? Okay. Now that I look at this at these lower time frames and see that it's rejecting off this area, I could be convinced that this is potentially a buy. Let's go to the 15. We got a doji close down here, push off. I can be convinced with the lower time frames. I could be convinced. I like that double bottom where slowly, boom, push off of it, push off of it. Didn't quite break, push off of it. 1 minute's for entry, but sometimes I look just to see. Oh, this isn't one of those 1 minute pairs that I like to look at, so never mind.
Yeah, the
Some 1 minute
currency
pairs,
indices.
some 1 minute time frames with pairs, I cannot look at it. It just looks like
It's just candles.
gaps,
Yeah.
gaps and chaos. No, no, I'm not even going to subject my brain to that. Um, so
So then, if you
okay.
were to get the trade, if you were to get in a trade for the Australian dollar tonight, and you're thinking that it's going to be bearish, tonight is interest rates.
Yes, I did see that now.
Right?
So this actually might work out for the bearish portion. It comes back up to this neckline around this area here and then continues its move back down. but it's not gonna be able to just break this. So to me, rejection, push back up, and then start making its grand push down.
Well, you're looking at the 30-minute. You got to consider we still have six
Oh,
hours left.
I'm tripping.
We still have 6 hours left on New York session. Almost 7 hours left.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And the interest rates are for global currencies. We saw it. I think with GBP last week, it was beautiful. The interest rates all went down. So if the interest rates go down for Australian dollar, what's that going to do for it?
For Australian dollar, if interest rates go down,
Think about what happens if interest rates for us go down. What happens with DXY?
interest rates go down, the dollar goes bullish. So
No,
no, the dollar, wait, interest rates go down for
down.
us.
Then the US dollar will go down. More supply.
More supply, more supply. Okay,
So then what happens with the Australian dollar? Does it go up or down?
gonna go down.
No, it's going to go up. More actual interest in trading the Australian dollar because the interest rates are going down.
Yes, because
But I
now people
say
are like, oh, this is a
interest
good
rates
place
are a
to put
huge one
money. We're
because
not getting hit up. Yeah.
they move differently than you know what I'm saying for us than it does for anything else because we are the global supply and demand center of the currencies. We're the baseline for the currencies. So if interest rates go down, you're looking for what? You're looking for an entry. So you would want to stay away from this completely. And if you're going to stick with your analysis, react to what happens today, right?
Yeah.
For me, the reason why I still see this coming up is because I also see DXY going down. Also considering the fact that AUD and USD move complete opposite of each other. It's the strongest correlation against another currency. When DXY goes up, Australian dollar will always go down, and vice versa. So if you analyze DXY,
Hmm.
if you analyze DXY and you're like it's going to go this way, just do the opposite for the AUD. That's probably one of the easiest trades that you could ever do.
Whatever DXY is doing, AUD is definitely doing the opposite.
Yes.
I wonder if that's how Trey got so good at AUD. He was just looking at the DXY and being like, I think it's going this way and just trading aggressively in the opposite direction.
And
What
look,
if that had anything
so
to do with it?
I'm literally watching this right here. I want to see how that closes because technically we're at 50% of the retest. Like if you put a line across here of this bullish candle,
Mm, yeah.
how much time do we have left? You're looking at the 4 hour on this right now.
Yeah.
How much time do we have left on this one?
Um, I have this in UTC. Where do I have it where I can look?
You got to probably go into your settings and turn the timer on.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that here. I thought that was just like one of those things where yes, I'm sharing my screen. Leave me alone. No, I hate that thing. It's in the way. So where do you turn the timer on this?
I this is based off a trading view. It would be in your settings right up here, and then you go to status line. Scroll down. No, it's not that. Go to scales. You're gonna see something on there that actually shows like a timer. Go check under symbol again. see if I can find it on mine real quick.
Oh, someone's getting got. Maybe. Hmm. Definitely no more trades for me today. But anyways, back to Aussie. That's good to know, though. If DXY is going one way, Aussie is most definitely going the opposite way.
Yeah,
I will keep that in mind.
I'm not so sure that it's on yours. I don't know if Top Step carries that option on there.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because I was gonna say, even here in TradingView, it tells you it's like right there on the side,
Where? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
and
the
I don't
timer
know
that I'm
why.
looking for. That's the timer that I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't see it on Top Step.
Oh, it's countdown. It's under scales and lines, and it's countdown to bar close.
Skills.
There, go scroll up, right there. No, go down, go down, go down.
Did I miss
Stop.
this? Oh,
It's right there.
that was a doing too much moment. Ah, look at that. Perfect. This just means I don't have to keep on bouncing back and forth when I'm like, oh, this is probably the retrace or this, that, and third.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm done trading for today. I've done too much fucking around between Nas and stuff like that. That
How's that?
I'm
How's
not
that
going
buy for
to
you, Zay?
let what happened last week with Nas happen
I'm
again.
still
You still in it?
I'm still in it. Yeah.
It kicked me out where I was, where I put my stop loss, because I put a very close stop loss.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, I'm between that and Nas, I'm at negative 1700, so no more today. That's done.
But
I'll come back tonight and tomorrow. Now, this is easy to get out of. I don't feel the override of pressure of
no,
this
that's good.
because I've already gone negative 1700 and then came back and had a $2,000 day to the positive side. So it doesn't actually
Yeah.
stress me out like it used to.
If it doesn't stress you out, you're actually controlling your emotions very well.
Yeah. No, it's these are the indices. Like if you're willing to make all kinds of thousands of dollars, then you got to understand it can happen the other way too. And
Hmm.
this is 1700 after losing three or four trades. I've been I'm my constant winning is at averaging like 1800 right now. So
Well, if that's the case, then if your
I'm
average
not
winning
going
it could be one trade and be straight.
one trade pushes me back right. Like that's the way I'm seeing it, is like one trade I you're back in the right direction. I'm not really gonna press it, but I'm also not going to hit my you can't lose more than 2000 in a day thing. So I'm not going to trade anymore.
Yeah,
So
because you've got cushion of what, $230 right now.
Yeah.
yeah. Now, how many contracts are you using when you trade?
Actually, me and Zay were just talking about that. I'm starting with one, and then when it starts positively moving in the direction that I want is when I add in another one. What got me, what was it? This happened last week. Last week is that I was sure with Nas, I was like, okay, we've pushed far. And then last week, what happened? Nas just like completely went back on me. But I'm already two contracts in because of where I thought it was going.
Yeah.
And Zay was with me for that. Like, we're like, okay, here's Nas. We're here. Cool. Top of the key. Mind you, we were at the top of the key. Cool. We push away, and I'm like, all right, it comes back a little bit. Bam, I'm gonna get another contract. It pushes away off that. But then after that, no news, no nothing. Just flip, pushes back to the top of the key, pushes past the top of the key, and I'm like, okay, it hits my stop loss, and then it sets back up to go back down.
Yeah.
But by then, I've double contracted myself. So my stop loss has now hit twice. And yeah, it really just it got me out the way from there. So now me
When
just
you
being a little
trade,
bit more.
do you use the micros at all or the minis?
Yeah. So I was using the micros last night. Took a little money off that just to practice the swings and stuff like that. But I think I'm and this is reinforced today, and I was even looking at this last night. Dow has been moving very agreeably. Like it's like, okay, this makes sense, this makes sense. Nas has been the one that's been like, I'm gonna do anything. I don't care what it looks like. So
Nas always been like that though.
I'm
Nas
just gonna
always had its
leave
own mind of its own.
I'm just gonna leave Nas alone. I'm gonna focus on the pairs that are actually making sense to me. I saw AU last night off of me just when I before we get on for the weekly overview, like an hour, 30 minutes before, I get on and I do all my own analysis, and then I come and see what everybody else is saying and seeing if we're on the right track to compare what my thinking is. And that's how I even saw AU, and which is why I thought AU was a sell because of the way it looked like yesterday.
Gotcha.
And this is why I still think this is why I'm looking at AU as a sell at this point because well, not so much on the lower time frames, but on the higher time frames because well, we just talked about it. So that's just yeah. But at this point, I lost 1,700. Gotta cut myself. Come back tomorrow,
I
live to
respect
fight another day.
I respect that. The reason why I was asking is because the way that these moves have been going, when you said like how you're down 1769 for today, right? And that was just off of a couple of trades. That tells me either you had a lot of contracts on there or the move you held was very, very big, one or the other.
Yeah, by 400, you should have been out on Nas.
Right. So how
I'll
many
show you.
contracts do you have on that got you down that far? That's my question.
So
Because
Nas,
this market is so volatile right now that whatever goes down comes up quickly. Whatever goes up comes down quickly,
I'm
which you
hanging
kind
on to
of know
trades.
is not ready.
I'm hanging on to trades too long. I'm hanging on to trades too long. And even now that I say it now with Nas, saying all the things that I said to you about Nas, about how it's swinging aggressively and still hanging on to trades with Nas, I'm hanging on to trades too long and I'm letting Nas and it's all Nas. Yeah. It's truly all
Yeah,
Nas. So I'm
and when
going
it
to
comes to futures, you can't hang on long. Like if it starts to like not make sense as far as the candles development, I'll be out. Like it could be $200 down. If it doesn't make any sense, I'm like, yo, I'm out of there.
yeah, I've been hanging on. It's and I've been doing it with Nas because I'm like, oh, it's just winking this way. I'm gonna get it back in a second. It's got to push me back, but then it pushes more the other way. So as I said, US 30, I haven't had any problems looking at it, reading it, going from there. I'm gonna stick there because it hits just as hard as Nas, and it's moving a lot better for me. I'm sure somebody's
Yeah.
looking at Nas and like, oh man, this is easy. But that's just not where I'm at right now.
And those people are the ones that trade Nas every single day and only Nas every single day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way 500 looks. I like the way 30 looks. I always understand Das Boot for whatever reason. It moves very cleanly with me, and I just always assume that when German 30's moving away. France will get there when it gets there, but it's going to get there. It doesn't do too much out of the way. Those are the pairs
The,
that I like. I like
the
basically
France
everything.
40 is one of my favorite. Straight up,
I like France. It's slow. It's good.
I wish
And
I could trade that on futures so much.
I
It
was
was
telling
funny at
Zay,
one
if I could
point.
trade Das Boot in France on here, I'm
It
done.
was
I wouldn't
funny.
trade anything else.
It
I really wouldn't
back
trade
back
anything
in the
else.
day.
I like those pairs.
What back in 2020 was it 2021? Damn, almost 4 years ago. Well, yeah, 4 years ago. There was another platform that I was on, and I was calling France 40 trades 1 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock
What's
at
that?
night. It
That's
was
it, guys.
crazy. They started calling that shit the Franz 40. That shit was hilarious, bro.
When I open my 24K markets account, I'm pretty much only gonna be trading France in German 30. Everything else is kind of foreplay to me at that point.
Oh my god. Damn, that's so crazy. Oh,
But yeah, I'm not tripping. Talking through all this out loud, I see exactly what I did today. I'm not going to make the same mistake, but I'm also not going to reward my mistakes by trying to keep on trading when I've been exercising bad behavior. No trading today. I'll be back tonight/tomorrow.
For sure. And it's okay too, since you have that small amount of wiggle room to adjust to yen, US 30. You can have a small contract, a single contract on US 30. You might see $40, $50 of drawdown, right? The drawdown isn't as massive as Nas's is when it comes to US
Yeah.
30 on futures. Yen has a small uh, drawdowns and stuff. So those will give you more wiggle room to build back up on.
yo, I'm not gonna lie. Between the currencies, I mean, the yen looks like it's about to fucking die.
Yeah, yen should fall. I have sales on yen. It just hasn't given me the entry. Maybe it was, back in Asian session when it jumped up there already.
Nah,
It's got
that
its head
entry
and
that entry
shoulders.
came like 2 hours ago.
No, no, no. The one from last night where it went up to 73
Oh
7.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, dude, shoot, that's right where I wanted to potentially sell at. But
Yeah, I was
I don't know
looking
if
at
it's going
that
to come
too
back
while
up
I was
there.
up. I was looking at that too when it went up, but I was like,
Mm.
the way that that bull move kind of went, it's been in that consolidation and the candlesticks that happened on Friday on the low that it closed at,
Yeah,
like it literally was at the same, like it was like it almost filled a wick, and like I just wanted to make sure it was still going up, so I wanted to see the break. The break happened, and now we're on the way down. Like I think the last 2 hours were the best way to get in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Red, you got
Yen
to
looks
look at it
like.
on Trading View to see what we're talking about. Because I don't know if
Oh,
it
I was
happens the
just
same way.
taking a quick look.
But it
Yeah.
looks shit. I mean, it looks good on Top Step
Oh,
Excel right now.
it looks good right now. Like if you wanted to trade that right now, you could trade that. That imbalance, that's a sell that we've been waiting for all week last week too. Funny
Mm.
thing, if you want to trade gold, it's been moving with yen.
Why is that?
I
Just
don't know.
because?
Yeah, I don't know. I call it the safe haven, I guess, because I think the yen is considered as a safe haven currency.
Mm. Damn, this is a clean sell.
It's only
Yeah.
Monday. I mean, it's no necessary reason to rush anything either. But completely, uh, I'm gonna be patient, man. I'm gonna be patient.
This is a
I'm
clean
looking at
sell.
JPY on Trading View, and
I just swap.
I don't know if it still wants to go up and fill that wick or not.
Damn, that post that I had from last night, Zay. on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was just a
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
situation that happened, bro. Like
I'm like, man, my brother
you
been
want to
getting
talk,
hit up left and fucking right.
you want to talk about yeah, but you want to talk about divine intervention, bro. Divine intervention is real, real talk.
For sure. I mean, you just never know when somebody
This
just
is
pops
right on
up,
the fair
to be
value
helpful.
gap.
You see what I mean? So I don't know, Reg, if it's gonna come back up for that wick again. That's why I'm like hesitant at the moment.
Come on, this week right here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You got Doji, essentially
And
Doji.
that shit looks so weird, bro. Like
All right.
no, it looks weird because I use the TVC option. It's like way. It seems like it's way different.
The only thing I don't like about this is that this is last week's low, this blue line I have here.
That's what I'm saying. Like it looks from like the Pepperstone. It looks like it's gonna be a buy.
Yeah, this is
Right.
Pepperstone.
But
So
no,
they
but
don't rush the cells.
I'm completely with the sales.
Yeah. It looks like a sell. The only thing I always make note of is where my weekly high, this blue line, and my weekly low from last week. But
But see,
it's
hang
But
on,
got
that's why
don't
it
move
could
it.
be early right now. It could be early
Don't
right
move it.
now. It is gonna sell, but
Yeah, go back to the time frame you were just looking at, Reggie.
five.
Yeah, look at this. Don't move it. That's what Pepperstone gives me. That's the vibe. That's it's giving me that vibe right now. But go to JXY and choose the TBC option.
This?
Yep.
Yo,
Look at
what
what
the
you got now.
fuck?
Look
What
what
the
you got
hell?
now. Yeah,
Holy
that's a whole different vibe.
yeah.
huh. Does this match Top Step? Hmm. Why is it 15 minutes stalling on that? But the five is working. Hmm. I see. Let me fix something real quick. Trash you and change XY. Boom, boom. Push you up. Look at
Is
that. And
there
just like that. Yeah, no, that's a supercell. Yeah.
is Pepperstone a broker that has? Well, I mean, I guess I can answer my own question.
Whoa, these gaps are crazy on JXY though. Whatever.
Yeah, you'll see those a lot. You'll see those a lot. Sometimes it's like at least for mine on the future side, it doesn't give those gaps. Those gaps are formed when that currency is not being traded at all. When in futures, it's usually traded the whole time. I think that might expose something thinking about it right now.
Mhm.
Like if you take the futures market, so like let's say Top Step.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, don't move it, don't change it, leave it right where it's at. So see how we have a gap right here.
Yes.
Now take that exact area and look at it on
Top
Top
step.
Step.
Go to 30-minute
It's this right here.
right here, right?
That
Mm,
was it's the continuation. So it gave the sell up here on JXY when it opened down here. That was your probably New York trade for JXY.
dirty. Dirty. I like
So if
it.
it gives a gap, put it in perspective like this: if it gives a gap, like right now, like when it reopens, take a look at that gap and see. Like I would assume that it would gap down because we're dropping right now, so to say.
Yeah.
So if you can get those simultaneously on the same page, you can probably use JXY as an entry option for your top step. If not, then it's going to be an exit strategy option comparing the two by saying, okay, JXY is not being traded right now, so I'm going to get out with this right now and call it a day. But you know what I'm saying? Like once you get that entry in there, they're going. It's either going to be an entry or it's going to be an exit that it's going to help with.
Got
Oh,
you. Very well.
all
Well,
right.
Oh. And of course, Nas finally sells the fuck off.
Well, all of them just pushed, bro.
Mondays. Fucking Mondays.
All of them just pushed.
I'm saying.
Go to US 30, Reggie.
ah,
Bruh. And the bad part is our first mind was not selling, and it just is always late to the party, bruh. Late to the fucking party.
I'm not dealing with Nas anymore. I'm just gonna deal with
Bruh,
you
right.
30 and S because
We could
we
have
saw
rocked the
it.
same triple top on US 30 and been smooth as butter.
I can't keep on saying, "Oh, look at US 30" and then go into Nas, bro. Like that is dumb. I gotta stop. Like I'm not doing that shit anymore, bro. I'm just going to not trade Nas anymore because it doesn't make any sense why I've been doing that. And today was like the nail in the coffin. Like, bro, why are you trying to trade this pair so bad when the other pair is doing what you want? Put your time and resources to that pair. I'm just gonna stick
Right.
to you. Do you want me
I'm
to
low
make
key mad at myself, bro. I'm low
Is
key
gold
really
buying then? Is gold buying?
no,
No.
no. It's kind of in the same spot. Like I think that I don't know, bro. Like if JXY is coming down, gold
uh
might be another push
cuánto
down.
tiempo?
Maybe the status is at 2 minutes. But right, all this
15
is telling me
minutos.
right now is that DXY is going up. Yep,
Right. Right. Should
DXY
be.
hit my. So DXY could react differently now because it's retesting the 1 hour support that it broke last week.
Yeah.
So this is when you kind of let it do what it's gonna do.
Tú tienes
I
que
I can't stand
caminar
that
el
wick
perro.
in there, bro.
Tú tengo que caminar el perro. Tú
Tienes.
tienes que caminar. You. He knows I'm talking about him. See, I told you he fucking knows Spanish too. Aang acts like he does not speak English, Spanish, or Japanese, and he knows what the fuck we're talking about. Because as soon as I said caminar, you know what that means, and you be lying. I caught your ass.
Talking to your dog.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, mine's
Bro,
mine's
my
mine's part
dog
Chihuahua.
speaks
One of
three
mine's part
languages.
Chihuahua. They speak Spanish.
Bro, my dog speaks all of the proper languages. He just be trying to act like talking about some. No, he knows exactly what is going on. You know who I'm talking about.
He said, "Don't play me."
Tú
So I'm curious.
tienes que caminar. El perro. Look there. And there he goes looking at me. Yep, there he goes. As soon as I said, got to the caminar. Yep. You know what I'm talking about.
Your
Look at
AUD
that.
cell came into play.
It fell, didn't it? It looked right.
I mean, it's still at an interesting spot though. for me. Off the 1 hour. Go to AUD USD or go to AXY. Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. It's literally right in the retest mode. Double bottom, neckline, retest.
This
So if it breaks this, like
is
for me,
gone.
this is the zone itself. It can go into there and create bottom number one, bottom number two. That's the neckline, and then continue. Like I said, I'm still kind of set overall that AXY is gonna or AUD is gonna end up going up. Like it's gonna be hard to convince me not to because DXY in my mind still has to go down. But how long is it gonna take for it to do whatever it's gonna do in here?
Hey, if it go
There's
back up to
the
that wick, I'm happy.
there's the OO for today. Or not for today. Or no, that's the OO from eh,
That's Thursday.
from Thursday. Because I remember this because I put this in on Thursday and I was like, I wonder if it bounces off this, and it went up here. And that's when I started actually paying attention to it to potentially being a sell. So, where's your OO for today? Oh, is this little doji here?
I was gonna say it should be right before that bullish move because DXY dropped for that first like 4 hours or so. Oh snap! What?
What up?
I don't even know what's going
Wow. All right. So I hadn't looked at this yet. So right now. By the
on.
way, I'm glad that we're on this because I have to tell you how I'm so mad that what was it not last week, but the week before, like the end of the week before, like when NFP happened, we were
Yeah,
talking about GBP. I know Reggie got into a sell for GBP when I had mentioned it, and it came so close to the end price, and then it took off to the upside. But it's in a channel right now, and I see that the pound is actually looking like it needs to come down. So we might actually see confirmation in the sense of DXY being strong at this point. So that would tell me that
been looking
CPI
pretty
tomorrow,
strong. Yeah,
CPI tomorrow, I hate to say it, but on the month over month, we might be seeing inflation going up. I don't like that at all.
I've been pretty bullish with the dollar since last week.
I've
So
thought dollar is bullish, and now that you've told me that
if
the
inflation kicks in,
dollar
it's gonna be
and
ugly.
you do the opposite, it makes my sell on AU seem like, oh yeah, boy.
Well, looking at the pound is at the top of its channel and it needs to come back down. And
Oh, I can look at that here, can't I?
it's gonna be a good sell. Oh my god, is it gonna be a good sell? Go on to the 1 hour.
Oops.
Zoom all the way out.
Oh,
There
geez.
goes your channel.
Mm.
So that means if we're seeing JXY coming down, the funny thing is I'm still on the fence about AUD because AUD it moves fairly slow. Yeah, it looks like JXY is actually creating inverted head and shoulders. Hang on, so 1 second. My dog's at the door.
Fucking thing.
Look, LeBron. That looks like an inverted head and shoulders. Inverted head and shoulders, James. But regardless, BXY looks like it needs to come down. JXY looks like it needs to come down. AUD can go either way, which would mean that the interest rates are going to give the sell entry tonight.
Nas, come on with the recovery.
I guess the Canadian dollar is at a support. If it wants to break, it could come down a little bit. I don't know. There's a couple of them that I'm on the fence with, but there's the others that I'm like, wait, those need to come down. Yeah, the DXY could be pushing up a little bit.
I'm
I
with
just
the
hate.
pound going
I
down
hate
for
that it
damn
gave that
sure.
wick. I hate that it gave that wick.
Yeah, I
Straight
hate
up.
Nas what the fuck it's doing, but I took the little 3 minute sell off and in profit. So I'm break even, let it do what it do.
Yeah, I'm done with Nas. I'm sticking US 30.
Stick with what works, man.
Stick with
Most
what I
definitely. Whatever you can
understand.
see.
It's
Mm-hmm.
it's also why I like German so much because I don't know why. I look at it and it just makes sense. I couldn't tell you why.
Oh, let's see. That's all good. Go with the Nas. Take that. And how's Yen doing? Yeah, the
Oh,
hedge
I'll stop my
fund
share
pattern
so
is
you
so
can.
evident. No, you're good. You're good. Yen gave that wick and it was a risky rat.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm
Well
gonna be
then,
patient. I'm gonna come back to Yen tonight.
yeah, I'm gonna be on tonight. It's 8. I'm about to cook some breakfast. I don't gotta work till 10:30, but yeah, just go ahead and get that stuff done and not have to run around with it like a chicken with my head cut off. Bro, this is an easy job I got, bro. Minus that they had to pick up that refrigerator.
Yeah, smooth.
Easy gig, bro. I know dude was like, "Oh, he's been on me about the money." He's like, "I know you've only had $250 days." He's like, "But trust me." He's like, "We just started here." He's like, "Once we get the everything going," he's like, "You'll make 350, I promise." Like, "All right."
Nah, that's what's up. I
Like
put
I,
my other
I
thing in, so I'm waiting to hear back from him too.
I'm not even tripping off the 250 because bro, I'm literally picking up
That's
the
the
heaviest thing I picked up besides that fridge has been a microwave.
mm,
I dropped off 3 microwaves to this apartment complex, and half the time with these apartment complexes, bro, they don't want you to do anything except put it
set it
outside
there.
or put it in the office. They're like, we'll have somebody come get it.
Right.
They
And they don't want
really,
because they don't want to be liable for y'all either.
yeah.
It's on
I
their
mean,
property.
this apartment complexes, you usually got a rude person, but they're more like just put it there and go away.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Damn, you been getting hit up today too.
Bro, I got hit up with that US 30 buy held too long, but
Oh yeah, you
it's
had
all good.
1600. So I'm just gonna chill. Just gonna chill. because I don't want to go below my 2K today.
Nah, you wanna ensure that the next trade you take is solid because you only have $200 of wiggle room left. Um, the only reason I really got into this because when I went to the lower time frames, it just made sense. I saw this 3 minute evening star, so that retracement just made sense to sell off of. So if it works
I,
out,
I,
then
s-
yeah, I'll be
I
fine.
see
But
some stuff in the markets that like, yeah, part of me wants to take the trade, but also this is also a good discipline moment for me. Like, I'm gonna just hold.
and that's the biggest part about these challenges is that's what it is. It's just testing your discipline, making sure you know you can follow your plan to the T.
Yeah. Tomorrow, come in, have a good day, go from there.
Shit. I'll be on. I'll probably be doing London. I'll be on a little early. I'm not gonna be doing it at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'll probably be looking for setups like around 11 o'clock my time. So I'll be
We're
on.
in the same time zone, right? Where you are?
Where you at?
I'm in San Diego.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, that's right. We should be. It's 8 o'clock in the morning right now.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, we're at the same time. 08.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, y'all. Well, we will link back up tonight.
Yeah, all
Sounds good,
right.
brother.
Bet.
All right.
Y'all be
All right,
Catch y'all
easy.
y'all.
later.